Welcome back children in our science class. In last video we had completed our lesson number 7, our body. So I hope you all understand the lesson number 7. It is quite difficult lesson, but you compulsory see the video, then you can got the lesson. Now today we start the exercise reading part 1. So first of all children, you listen the exercise part 1. First one is the new words. First is the cell. Cell. Are you remember what I said cell? Cell is the basic unit of life. Now the second one is the tissue. How the tissue form? When the cell combines together, they form tissue. Third one is the organ. Organ, how it form? When a group of tissue form the organ. Fourth one is the bones. Are you remember how many bones in our body? There are 206 bones in our body. But at the birth time, how many bones? 270. Now the fifth one, skeleton. Skeleton. Skeleton means a bony framework of our body. It is called as a skeleton. It is the first organ system. Now the sixth one is the rib cage. Rib cage. It is the one of the part of the skeleton system. And there are 12 pairs of ribs. And inside that rib cage, which organs are there? Heart and lungs. So rib cage protect these delicate organs. Seventh one is the hip bone. It is also part of the skeleton system. Eighth one is the backbone. Backbone. Everyone know backbone means what? Backside. You can feel the backbone. Inside the backbone, vertebra is there. And inside the vertebra, spinal cord is there. So it can protect the delicate spinal cord. These are the parts of skeleton system, backbone. Now the ninth one is the thigh bone. Thigh bone, it is present in the legs. It is also one of the part of skeleton system. 10th one, delicate. Delicate means very protective, or delicate means very soft. But here in this lesson you can consider delicate means very important or very careful organs. Now the 11th one is the spinal cord. Spinal cord, it is a thread-like structure. Spinal cord, it is a thread-like structure which can run in between the vertebra. And this spinal cord can send the messages to the brain. It is very important part of the nervous system. 12th one, enamel. Enamel, it is one of the part of the teeth. Next one is the 13, dentine. Dentine also one of the part of the teeth. 14th one, muscular. Muscular means muscles. It is the second type of our organ system, muscular system. Now 15th one, voluntary. Voluntary means what? Where we have control on them. These are the voluntary. Voluntary, are you remember? There are two types of muscles. First one is the voluntary, means the muscles on which we have control on them. These are voluntary muscles. For example, the hip. Here the hip region, there are the muscles. These are the voluntary muscles or biceps. Now the next one is the involuntary. The muscles on which we don't have control on them. These are involuntary. Muscles of heart and lungs. These are the example of involuntary muscles. Now the 17th one, cardiac muscles. It is the one of the involuntary muscles. And these muscles are present on heart. Therefore, these muscles are called as a cardiac muscles. 18th word, it is a diaphragm. It is the one of the part of the respiratory system, diaphragm. Are you remember? I show one GIF. In that GIF, there is a movement of diaphragm when we intake of air and when we inhale or outgo of air, there is a movement of diaphragm muscles. Now the next one is the inhale. Inhale means what? Intake. Intake of air. It is called as a inhale. And 20th word, that is the exhale. Exhale means what? Outgo of air. So the inhale and exhale, it is called as a respiration. Respiration means inhale of air and exhale of air through the respiratory organ. It is called as a respiration. Now 21st word, that is the digestion. Are you remember digestion? Digestion means the breakdown of the complex substance into simple form, which will be absorbed our body for proper functioning, and that process is called as a digestion. It is very important process. Now the 21st, it is the intestine. Intestine, it is the one of the part of the digestive system. There are the two intestine. One is the small intestine, another one is the large intestine. Small intestine, there is a completion of digestion. In small intestine, digestion is completed and the digested food is absorbed by blood and supplied to all parts of the body. In large intestine, the unwanted substance will be thrown out outside our body through anus. And the large intestine, it is the example of excretory organ also. Now the next one, 22nd, stomach. Stomach, it is a part of the digestive system. Inside the stomach, there is a presence of digestive juice, which can convert the complex substance into simple form. The next one is the 23, saliva. Saliva, are you remember na? In mouth, there are salivary glands are there. Salivary gland is there. And this gland can secrete the saliva, which make the food very soft one. That's why we can easily swallow the food. Now the 24th one is the esophagus. 24th one is the esophagus. Esophagus, it means food pipe. It is called as the esophagus. Now the 25th one is the anus. The last part of the digestive system. Anus. Through the anus, we can expel out the undigested food from our body. Now the 26th one is the circulatory. Are you remember na? Circulatory, it is one of the type of organ system. Circulatory system, and which can circulate the blood to all parts of our body. 27th one, blood vessel. It is the part of the circulatory system. Blood vessel means tiny tubes which can carry the blood. It is called as a blood vessels. Now the 28th one is the artery. Arteries also supply the blood. Now 29th one, nervous. Nervous is the one of the type of organ system. It is the master of all organ system. Now the 30, brain. Brain is the one of the part of the nervous system. Brain is the mastermind of the nervous system. It can control the all actions or movements. Now next word is the spinal cord. By mistake I will write here 30, but you can write 31st. Spinal cord. Spinal cord is also one of the part of the nervous system. It is a thread-like structure. Now the next one is the 31, Braille. Braille is the language which can used by blind people. Braille is the language which can used by blind people. Next one is the excretory. Excretory means what? It is the one of the type of organ system. Now excretion means what? Removal of unwanted substance from our body. It is called as a excretion. Now the excretory system include what? Two kidneys, two bean-shaped kidneys, ureter, then urinary bladder and urethra. Now the next one is the 33, kidney. Kidney, I told na, kidney is the part of the excretory system. There are two kidneys which are bean shaped. Kidney is a filter of our body where there is a filtration of water. Now the 34th one, ureter. Small tube-like structure runs from the kidney. These are the ureter. Now 35th one is the urinary bladder. Two ureter combines together and form one bladder-like structure. It is called as a urinary bladder where the urine is collected. Now the 36th one, urethra. Through the urethra, the urine or the unwanted water will be expelled out. 37th one is the reproductive. It is the 8th organ system which can responsible for reproduction or producing their young ones. It is very important for the survival of living things. Now children, next one is the words meaning. First one is the cell. Cell means the smallest unit of living organism. Cell is the smallest unit. Second one is the tissue. Tissue means what? Any of the distinct type of a material of which animals or plants. Means what? In easy language, tissue. When cell combines together, they form tissue. In video, I show the tissue image. Now, third one is the skeleton. Skeleton means a framework of bone or bony framework of our body. It is called as a skeleton. And skeleton mainly includes bones. How many bones, children? There are 206 bones. Remember, children, I repeat this one every time. How many bones? 206. Fourth one, rib cage. Each of the series of thin curved bone attached in a pairs to the chest. There are 12 pairs of the bones to the chest. These are called as a rib cage. And rib cage is one of the part of the skeletal system which can protect the delicate organ like heart and lungs. Now the fifth one is the posture. Posture means what? Particular position of the body. Posture means particular position of the body, means when we stand, when we sit. It is a particular position. It is called as a posture. Now the sixth one is the enamel. Enamel means what? The hard substance that covers the crown of the tooth. Hard substance that covers the crown of the tooth. It is called as a enamel. Seventh one, dentine. Dentine means hard bony tissue forming the main part of the tooth. Hard bony tissue forming the main part of the tooth. The enamel and dentine, these are the part of the tooth. And this tooth or teeth is the part of the skeletal system. But these teeth are not counted as a bone. Got na? Teeth, it is a part of the skeletal system, but it is not counted as a bone. Now the next word is the diaphragm. Diaphragm means what? A muscular partition which separates the thorax from the abdomen in mammals. Diaphragm, it is the part of the skeletal system, and this diaphragm is a muscular partition which separates the thorax from the abdomen in mammals. And the muscles which are present on diaphragm now, these muscles are very important for respiration. Now the 10th one is the saliva. Saliva means what? A watery liquid produced by glands in the mouth. Saliva, in images I shown, in video also I told, saliva means what? Salivary glands which are present in our mouth. These can secrete a semi-liquid fluid which is called as a saliva. And this saliva makes the food very soft, so we can easily swallow the food. Now the 11th one is the braille, a written language for the blind people using raised dots. Braille is the language which is used by blind people. Blind means what? The people who can't see. So they can't read na, those people use the Braille letters or Braille language because there are the raised dots. By using their hand, and they can recognize the words. So these are the 11 words meaning. Now the next one is the fill in the blanks. First one is the blood travels through dash. The blood travels through dash. Children, are you remember? Blood is the one of the part of the circulatory system, and the blood travels through a tiny tubes. What are they called? They are called as a blood vessels. So the blood travels through blood vessels. Second one, muscles of the heart are called dash. Muscles of the heart. On heart, which muscles are present? Involuntary muscles. Which are they called? What are they are called? Cardiac muscles. The muscles which are present on heart, these muscles are cardiac muscles, and these are involuntary muscles on which we don't have control. Involuntary muscles means what? The muscles on which we don't have control. So the muscles of the heart are called cardiac muscles. Now the third one, we breathe out through our dash. We breathe. How can we breathe or respire? Through our nose. We breathe out through our nose. Means intake of air and outgo of air through our respiratory organs as nose or lungs. It is called as a respiration. Next one. Fourth one, dash juice in the stomach help to digest the food. Stomach, it is one of the part of the digestive system where there is a breaking of food or converting of complex food to simple form. So in stomach, which juice is present? There is presence of digestive juice which can convert the complex food into simple form. So what is the answer? Digestive juice in the stomach helps to digest the food. So children, in first part, I tell the new words, words meaning and the fill in the blanks. First of all, you fill up the textbook and write all this exercise part 1 in your science classwork. Thank you.